first down. Watson over the middle, complete. That's Parks. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On first down, it's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Rhodes. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be let out by their 8th-year quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Got ready. Lion.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel at the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Cannon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape for first and goal.
Robinson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Robinson again, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
3 catches for him now in this first quarter of the Super Bowl.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw here. And the timing a bit off that time as that falls to the ground.
They get man coverage on the outside. My scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And that'll do it for the first quarter of Super Bowl 65. Still 3 more to play until we crown a champion. 8-7 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Back and ready to go for the second quarter now at Super Bowl 65. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Zone touchdown, Minnesota. From 17 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Kevin O'Connell choosing to leave his guys out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback. Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Watson. And caught left side, Olsen. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. To start it out, Robinson. And he's got some space here. And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Come on.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I get the thought process. Third and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Ends up losing yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second and a couple.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and do a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that throw. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. The quick throw finds T.J. Hockenson. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Viking kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Parks. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Watson now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Faking the give, now Watson. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Rolling to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. That's Cannon. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On the move to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Able to get this to Gordon. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Vikings first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And down to the 36-yard line here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
He's up to the 20 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rhodes. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Watson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And this is back to an 8-point game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. That's Cannon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
Checks this one down to Robinson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The final quarter here on the biggest stage of the biggest game of the year is about to come your way. 3 quarters in the books, and the 4th up next here in Super Bowl 65. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From a yard out. And the Vikings are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Bengals offense returns to the field, and it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to get on that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. Watson looks to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Able to shake him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
From the red zone now, Watson got a man and he hits him in stride. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Jacobs. He is yardage here in a big way. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
On fourth down, Watson. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Josh Jacobs from 6 yards away. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And they will get back to it and one score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 15. 2:10 on the clock. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. On first down, it's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They go with Jacobs. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they take a knee. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Brand new in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We doing honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers.